welcome back. My name is Matt, and you are watching part 5 of my Democracy 2 series. This is a game I started playing, I don't remember when the first video went up, and we are now on part 5. We have been playing a country with a lot of problems. And actually, a lot of these problems that you could see on the screen we've had since the beginning, such as a problem with homelessness, a problem with being a technology backwater. We've had a situation with pollution for quite a while. We've had hospital overcrowding and an asthma epidemic. And for some reason, we cannot get rid of these inner city riots. I say for some reason, obviously we know why. So where we left off, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember what we just did. We did something. So if you want to know, go ahead and check the last video, part 4. And we're going to keep moving right ahead. We're going to move on to the next turn. We'll continue. And here we go. The economy is doing okay. We're running a small deficit. We're actually up to 42% of the population. It says the government is not popular among its citizens, but 42%. We're getting close. We're almost at half. Just on the last turn, we were at 38%. And so we're getting there. We just bumped up another almost 2 million voters, and we still have no problem with intelligence. But we do have a policy dilemma to start this game. So if you don't want to hear me read all this, go ahead and skip forward probably about a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and read this. So here is the policy dilemma. There is pressure for us to introduce a law to ban the wearing of religious symbols in state schools by students. This would include wearing the hijab by female Muslim students. So I guess I'm sorry if I get this wrong. I would believe that is the headpiece, the wrap. I don't know. You know, obviously this is the proper term on the screen. I can't think of a better way to describe it. So, and wearing of a cross by Christian students. So here's the problem. We can ban it, which would probably be the socialist thing to do. We could reject the ban that this is nothing short of discrimination against Muslims. Nobody really expects this law to be used to prevent the wearing of Christian crosses. It exists purely as an excuse to ban Muslim students from dressing as they wish. This will cause division and segregation. I say... No, this is... I can't even tell what's left and right anymore in this game. People are free to dress how they wish. This would be the right. This would be the right leaning. Oh my goodness. I can't even tell anymore. I can't even tell anymore. I say... We already pissed off religious people enough. I say that we reject the ban. I say we reject the ban just on the basis that people think it's discrimination. And we're gonna, oh yeah, okay, we're gonna reject that. That's how we're starting this. We're up to 38 political capital, and we still have some issues, but we're getting close. We got 42% of the voters. And I guess we need to hit this red line. Yeah, okay, a value below 50% indicates failure and the end of the game. So if we fail to hit this red line in the next couple turns, our game is over. Otherwise, you remember at the beginning of the game, we said that our country allows up to 3 terms, I believe. So the game could be over very shortly, or we could have a lot longer to go. Now, are we having any effect on anything? The GDP is still very, very low, and it actually started dropping again. It actually went lower than it started. Why is that? Probably this international trade. And that went up. That was a problem, wasn't it? Let's see what we could do here. Foreign relations, international trade. Looks like it's good, though. And it looks like it's pretty steady. Our foreign relations is having a good effect on that, which they have gone up recently as well. What can we do here? Foreign aid. Let me see. The more we help out other countries, the more socialists and liberals like us, and less patriots like us. And it would be expensive. But I think we should do it. We're already running a small deficit. This would add to it. But it would only take 6 months to implement. And if we were to max this out, we're really going to boost our foreign relations. And we're going to bring up that liberal support. And it's only going to cost 8 political capital. I think this is going to have to be the way that we go. I know I've kind of been maxing everything out, but some of them I just feel like, you kind of go all or nothing. Because right now I'm not too worried about the dollar amount. Really, the only time I worry about this is when I'm trying to hit a specific dollar. If we actually had a balanced budget, I would be trying to hit it. But right now, we just need to get some policies in place. What did we say? International trade. Our current level of international trade. Oh, but it's good. So maybe we don't... Oh no, it's having a positive effect. Alright, so yeah, we want to bring that up. So let's see what we could do there. I say we max this out. It's not going to be expensive. It's only 8 political capital. It's only going to take 2 turns to implement. So that's what we're going to do there. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that policy. Now, what else can we do? Military spending. Okay. It would cost us a lot of money. But the more that we have our forces trained, the more terrorism is going to come down. It's going to make the state employees very happy, where are the state employees already love us, so I don't know if that's really going to help us. But it's also going to bring down terrorism and the unemployment, and it's actually going to make the patriots in the country like us, and they're on the rise, but they're not one of our biggest support groups. So actually, that could bring us up. I think we should do it. It's going to cost us a lot of money. And right now, all right, we're at what, 6 billion? You see the difference here, 41 minus 47. All right. I say we do it. We're going to be adding 10 to this side. If we go, or 15, if we go to the extreme. Or no, I guess 9 out of 15, all right. And it'll take 12 months. Do we have that kind of time? I say we go for it. We're maxing some stuff out. It's still going to be cheap. We still have 30 political capital. Let's max this out. Which would, I guess this would be the real... This would be the way to go. As far as Republican versus Democrat in the mindset of a U.S. citizen, but we're trying to make the state employees happy. So yeah, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna spend more money. It's gonna bring down the unemployment. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna max it out, and we're gonna say, okay, it's gonna be a huge deficit on the next turn. But if we could win another term in office, a lot of these things, I think there might have been something else that hasn't gone into effect yet, but then we'll be able to start balancing the budget. We'll get into that mindset. But I think right now, we need to win this election, and so we need to start fixing stuff. So we're going to just keep spending money. That's what we got to do right now. We've been trying to keep the budget somewhat balanced, and in my opinion, I've done a pretty good job so far, but we're going to have to do this here. I'm going to go ahead and skip to the next turn. We got 19 left, but I think we should just see how some of these things are taking effect. What else could we have done? Border control. No, that's not good. Immigration comes way up, but immigration was having a negative effect on the hospital overcrowding, wasn't it? All right, we need to... State health service. We're still not... I think we're going to need to raise this even more, is what we're going to have to do, in my opinion. And we'll be able to raise it on the next turn. The only problem is it takes 36 months. We should have done it... I don't remember what episode, what part of this video series I said, but we should have done it back then, because it's going to take us a long time. Let's go ahead and skip to the next turn. Press continue. All right, we have... It looks like... Oh! Homelessness. We no longer have a problem with homelessness and people sleeping on our streets. This will cheer up more liberal citizens, socialists, and of course the poorer members of our society. So that's great, but it looks like we added another problem. We have petrol protests. High levels of fuel tax have led to a small number of highly vocal citizens staging street protests and protests at both gas stations and the depots from which fuel tankers are dispatched. This is resulting in queues at some gas stations and total closure at others. Business will suffer badly if drivers cannot fill their tanks, and motorists are not surprisingly outraged. And the problem is the gas tax. That is what this is leading to, and this is bad because now these protests are having a negative effect on our GDP, which is the very thing that we have been working to get up, and now this is just one more check in the minus column. All right, aerospace contract. What's going on here? One of our aircraft companies has just won a huge contract to produce new planes. This is great news for the industry and superb news for employment and the economy as a whole. Pundits are saying a business-friendly tax system is one reason we got the contract. All right, and we can do something about fox hunting. Okay, what can we do here? If we leave hunting alone... Alright, this is actually saying that the fox hunting... Alright, banning the fox hunting. That would be the left-leaning approach. And it says that nobody disputes that fox, the population, needs to be controlled. There are some typos in this game. I thought it was just me reading, but... Okay, there are some typos. Anyway, but chasing them with hounds and ripping them to pieces cannot be the most humane way to do this. This is the outdated and barbaric sport that cannot be tolerated by a civilized society. Ban it now. My only problem is, this would probably piss off some conservatives, and they already don't like us. The liberals do. Oh, man. Alright, let's ban it. Or ban it. Who cares? Get rid of it. Everything else is going good, and the people are indifferent. We have about 52% of the vote. That is great. It looks like we are going to win. If I'm not mistaken, we're up to 11 million voters, like the opposition, or the Popular Front. That is the name of our party, don't forget. But it says the opposition party still has more members, and of course, the fact that voting is compulsory in this state is both a good thing and it's a hindrance, because that means that every one of those members is going to vote, and that means every member of the opposition party is going to vote. But we are there. It looks like we crossed the red, so I guess that doesn't mean we definitely won yet. I guess we'll have to wait till the election. All right, but we have this problem here now. All right, petrol protests, and having such a high petrol tax is what's doing it. If I bring this all the way down, there goes a nice chunk of income, but it's gonna make everybody happy. And I could do it right away. And I say we do it. I think actually that it will I think it'll help our popularity, and then maybe we could bring it back up a little bit in the future. Yeah, let's do it. This is gonna put the election in the bag for us. We're gonna be losing a lot of money, but this is really gonna help us win this election. So let's see what other... Okay, this is... The air quality going up, and that is definitely a good thing. Car usage is hurting that. And car usage right now is... It says it's high. It looks like it's going down to me. And it looks like road building is what is having that effect. Road building. Right now we have some expansion. The more money we choose to spend, the more motorists will like us and the more car usage goes up. And it'll make the environmentalists upset, though, and I don't think we want to do that. Where are the... Yeah, they're kind of in the middle of the road. They do like us, and our support has definitely gone up. So we don't want to be messing with them right now. They all like us. Everyone. Right now, it looks like the biggest problem is that carbon tax. It says it's affecting everyone. As a general group, everyone has a problem with the carbon... Wait, what was it? Yeah, the carbon tax. And I think that was my doing. I think I added that in. But that's a nice piece of income. And the less that we get from it... Oh, man. Yeah, I think I added that one too, didn't I? We don't want to mess with that, though. Unemployment benefits. Alright. And I still can't get rid of these inner city riots. It's so close. It's so close. If we could just get... Actually, it looks like it might even be... maybe one more turn it'll be down. Because poverty is just dropping. Which is... Man. I have a little bit of problem with equality. I'm sorry if you guys hear a lot of noise in the background. I have like an elephant that lives up on the second floor or something. I don't even know. But he's loud. I've actually never met him. Or her. I don't know. Who lives up there? It's either an elephant or they have a pet elephant. So I'm sorry if you could hear all that in the background. Just kind of stomping around. What is this here? Productivity is still... Wow! We took a huge leap. This is great. This is great. And for whatever reason, it's still yellow. This is high. See, it looks like everything is on the right track. Hospital overcrowding is so close. It was closer, but it's so close. I wish we would have spent more money on the state health services earlier in the game. I mean, we could still do it, but it's going to take 36 months for anything to come to fruition. I think we should just leave it alone. See, we have a lot of this stuff maxed out already from past turns, which is kind of what got us into debt. We don't have enough pull for this, for stem cell research. Let's just skip on to the next turn. We're leaving ourselves with 22 political capital. And let's just see what's going on now. Alright. So, it looks like we're coming up to the election. You need to select 2 options from the list below as pledges for the upcoming election. Failing to keep those promises if you are elected will lead to a fall in popular support. So, what can we do? Our options, we can cut income tax, unemployment, poverty, reduce violent crime, which is what we've been trying to do. I don't want to increase lifespan anymore because that's killing us with the hospital overcrowding. I don't care how cynical that sounds. Can't cut the corporate tax anymore. Or actually, no, wait, that's what I want to do. I can't raise it. I want to raise it, but I can't. And increase equality. Abolish the car tax. See, that would cost a lot, I think, to abolish these taxes. I can't do that. I can't do that. I could say that we're going to improve air quality, because we kind of have to do that anyway, because we have a problem with pollution. So really, picking this as a promise, this is something that we're going to be doing anyway. So there's one. And cut poverty. Poverty's on its way up. So I don't know how I could cut it anymore. Or, I mean... Oh, I'm thinking... What am I thinking of? Poverty. Can we cut poverty anymore? I don't know. We've been trying to mess with that for a while. It keeps looking like it's low. Reduce violent crime. We already did that. I wish I could have picked that from the beginning. Let's see. let's say that we're going to reduce violent crime. That's going to be our promises. So here we go. The global economy is now in a recession, and this is having a negative effect on our GDP. So everything that we've been doing so far is now a problem because our GDP was already low. Also, we have a problem because we are running a very high deficit now. And so we either need to reduce our spending or raise some taxes. It says the people are indifferent to our government, and it estimates 62% of the vote. So actually that sounds like we're going to win. Although it still says, wow, how does that make any sense? If we get 62% of the vote, the opposition party doesn't have more members, unless there's people in the opposition party voting for me, which could be the case. So let's see right here. There is a policy dilemma. So I'm going to read it. I'm sorry, I have to. The United Nations is pushing for your country to sign a treaty that would ban us from carrying out any nuclear weapons testing for research purposes. Many other nations have already signed the treaty and are pressuring us to sign through diplomatic channels. So our two options are to sign the treaty or to not sign the treaty. And it says that we have no real need to carry out further tests. It's not like the current generation of weapons do not work or are not powerful enough. Signing this treaty will keep environmental campaigners happy and will raise our popularity on the international stage. So, in my opinion, that sounds like what we want to do. Otherwise, it says weapons remain stable. We could defend ourselves. I think we'll go with the first one. We're going to sign the treaty. We don't need to do it anymore. We have weapons that work. And that's it. So let's see what's going on. The election is getting ever so closer. Closer and closer every time I click that button, but I guess that's kind of the point. Gambling. I could do it. It costs so much political capital and it doesn't have a huge effect on anything. I don't like that. Let's see. Okay, CO2 emissions are way down. That is great. But we still have this pollution problem. And it's not going down. Because of the air quality. And here's the air quality. It looks like air quality is going up though. Like nothing's having a negative influence on it at all. So I'm assuming it's just going up. I don't know. I guess if we were to cut car usage, I don't want to cut car usage though. We already cut it. Look at this. I guess if we were to cut it more, no, we can't. It's already like bottomed out. Okay. Let's see. What could we do? We're getting so close to the election. Where is the corporate tax? I didn't say I was going to cut it, right? No, I didn't. I'd love to raise it because we need money. But the more we raise it, the more we encourage cheap imports and tax evasion. And the more it looks like we hurt the economy. But not that we're broke, but we don't have too much money. Not that we don't. I get $35 billion, but the problem is this deficit that we're running. What do we have here? Racial tension. So we don't want this to go up, and it's not. So that's good. International trade is very healthy right now. What can we do about the air quality? Nothing. Where's air travel? It's not even. Oh, here it is. Air travel's down because of the. Let me see. This is having an effect. It's having such a small effect on air quality. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video here because I'm kind of stumped. So I'm going to take a look at everything and then we'll come back in episode 6 or part 6 and we'll figure out what we're going to do. So I'm going to head and flip the screen. Don't forget to click on all this stuff. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my website. And check out these 2 videos that you probably missed or may have missed. Who knows? Actually, the first one is a previous video, and that'll be part... I'm losing count. I don't remember what number I just said, but it'll be the video of Democracy 2 that came right before this. So I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Feel free to comment or message me anytime. And yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time.